Welcome to the program of Mansik Shakti Foundation. We are talking about complexity of success and failure. And I have been talking that the first test one need to apply is to find out what is the quantum of your desire. And the second is to test for aptitude. And the third, my dear friend, is to see whether you have any personality trait of concern. The age between 10 to 20 is the one when personality is growing. Personality is the signature of a human being. Some of the constituents we carry from our forefathers, and rest of it we cultivate in this world. We develop it in the environment from the social dynamics, social factors, cultural factors, our friends, colleagues. What we see, we experiment, we innovate, we try to learn new things, we fail, we learn from our experience, we challenge things, we take risk, we fail, and we move on, etc., etc. Everybody keeps on doing number of experiments all the time during this period. And finally, the personality takes shape. Somebody becomes extrovert, outgoing, somebody becomes introvert, really aloof, somebody becomes more depressive type, somebody is very outgoing person. There's a number of shades of personality. But what I mean, if there is a single trait which interferes in your daily life, working or functioning, then that's a trait one must catch, one must try to find out. For example, impulsivity. Taking an action before thinking about it is impulsivity. Not thinking about consequences and doing an activity is part of a problem. Always demanding for appreciation is an abnormality in the personality trait. So every student, teacher and parents together must try to identify whether there are any personality traits which will interfere. For example, whether the candidate or the student has a habit of getting lost all the time into his own thoughts, or procrastinating, or not able to focus or concentrate on a particular topic or a task. These are the issues which are going to be directly causing an impact on success or not becoming successful. And the next item is to decide if there are any psychiatric symptoms. Is there a mental disorder? Are there any symptoms or any indications suggesting that we are dealing with a person who is at a higher risk for developing a mental health problem? We must apply these three filters to identify our young students. They will need an extra mile, an extra step for coaching, for training, for learning, for knowing how to relax and to do a number of things for self-development. What are the areas of improvement? There are a number of issues which need to be done. For example, your ability to identify your deficit is itself a psychological characteristic. Patience, grit, ability to solve a problem, make a decision, resolve a conflict, optimize, regulate your mood, focus, solve mathematical problem, learn in a manner that is productive, take care about yourself, sleep, appetite, romanticism, thoughts, excessive thinking, physical health problem, nutrition, body weight, activity, exercise, and finally spirituality. Your understanding of who you are and how you want to contribute in this world, how you connect to the rest of the society, how you think body and mind are getting connected. Whether spiritual and social issues are a matter of concern for you or not, that only you are going to decide, but you will require adequate knowledge base for this. Once you have this piece of knowledge, you will be able to resolve your conflict much better and much easily. So how do you overcome barriers for your success? The first step is to plan. You cannot achieve your goals if your planning goes wrong. In fact, your goal setting itself is a scientific process for which every student must be taught how to decide a goal, particular goal, how to plan, what kind of resources are required, whether you have those resources or you do not have. If you do not have access to those resources, how to get there. And then to examine that, what are your psychological capacities, what is your stress tolerance, what is the tolerance of you in a crowded place, what is the tolerance for being in a lonely state of mind, and what are the measures to maximize your strength. How do you control your emotion? How do you control your emotion, your thinking, your ability to concentrate? Managing psychological issues, preparation and organizational skill. How do you manage the time? You have, like everybody has the same 24 hours, but some people use it in a much better manner. So time management and organizing everything, the schedule, your books, your timetable, your personal issues, the time for taking bath, time for sleep, time for studies, time for recreational activity, time for net surfing, everything needs to be organized in a manner that it does not jeopardize your purpose and does not harm you emotionally as well. And then comes monitoring and tracking. All that plan you do needs to be monitored. And if you start failing somewhere by one or the other cause, you must know why is that happening, and your significant others, your parents, your guardian must also know that you are drifting, your mood is changing, your focus is going somewhere else. So these are the ways by which one can overcome the barriers, the factors which are important to become successful. There can be interventions. There are general interventions in which one can discuss and talk about goal setting. One can have access to academic counseling. Many children have difficulty, many adolescents have difficulty of different texts, different art of learning, different style of learning. Somebody is good in one type of memory, somebody is good in different type of memory. And they all need some kind of an academic support or academic counseling. Similarly, every student must know skills to manage stress, because it is so widely prevalent. More than 70% students in Indian universities have reported that they feel stressed. Some people feel very high stress level, some people feel moderate level of stress. So these are the interventions which are possible. Mental health professionals can help. The school counselors, school psychology, organizational psychologists, they all can come up with number of courses, training sessions, programs which can be taught, which should be in fact, according to me, an integral part of the course and curriculum for moving forward. Similarly, how do you maintain your motivation? How do you build your concentration? So as far as mental health issues are concerned, we call it whether your mental strength and success. We say there are two kinds of people one must pay attention to. There are some students who are clearly at risk for developing a mental health problem. And there is other set of students who already have a problem. Our national database, epidemiological research in India says that about 17-18% people across the board have a psychiatric disorder. One should not be surprised that if in a classroom of 100 you find say 7, 8, 9, 10 students suffering from psychiatric disorders like ADHD, depression, schizophrenia, substance abuse, so on and so forth, one should not be surprised. They are part of the society. But major challenge is to find out those who are at risk. We will be talking about it further. Stay tuned.